OKC Thunder. Chet, Mark was just saying, the game's clearly slowed down for you even from the start of the season. Defensively, are there certain things that you're seeing, certain actions that you are anticipating at a higher level now than maybe you were at the start of the year?
Yes and no. Obviously, I've gotten a lot more reps as the season's gone on. We've played 20-something games now. But I'm also doing different things on defense. Initially, it was basically pick and roll coverage 100 times a game. Now it's that mixed in with playing the shell, mixed in with just flying around on transition possessions and just matching to whoever's closest, especially against teams that are playing small or with shooters or whatever. So it's different, but I'm learning from every experience, and it's been good.
Conventionally, people might think that cutting is done primarily by guards, but you're cutting from up top and getting it done. Who's cutting in from the wing? What can you just tell me about that dynamic with this team that all five guys on the floor can cut from any spot?
Yeah, it's really tough to guard when everybody on the floor can play out of every kind of situation, and no matter who ends up on the backside of that shell, we have a pretty good understanding, and we've practiced a lot on how to play on the backside of the shell, and cutting's just one of those things, and it's been good for us as a team, not just myself, who's like you mentioned, but for everybody.
Chet, you talked about at the beginning of the year just so many pick and roll, so much pick and roll coverage. Mark said even that, there's some angle stuff you figured out, not being too open, that kind of stuff. Have you learned little nuances even of pick and rolls since you've been getting more reps?
Yeah, 100%. And a lot of it's personnel-wise, just understanding what certain guys are trying to do and taking that away by playing them differently. So no two coverages are going to be the same with different players in it. So just understanding that, watching film, and getting a good read on guys, and trying to take away what they want to do most.
Is there such a thing, like Josh has said before, that as a passer you can kind of feel like you're in a zone as a passer? Do you feel that way about blocking shots? Like, do you feel more locked in certain times than others?
No, I'd say mostly being in the right place at the right time mostly comes down to just playing hard. When I'm playing my hardest, I guess it kind of naturally happens. So I got to be able to do that as much as I possibly can.
Chet, offensively, you see a lot of guys use the glass just to try to create different angles. You use the glass a lot on defense on all of these blocks. How much of it is it just angles when you're just attacking it, and other times because you have a lot of your shot blocks land in the restricted area? Are you trying to do that? I don't know. Is that something on your mind as you're going through these blocks, or is it just kind of happening?
Yeah, a lot of it just happens naturally, and a lot of it's situational. Sometimes you can't control it, but for the most part, it happens naturally. I'm just trying to look, I'm trying to keep them from scoring. What happens next is kind of secondhand importance. But yeah, it kind of just happens naturally.
Anybody else? All right, thanks, Jeff.